Having imagined sleek consulting rooms somewhere in Ballsbridge, Teresa was disappointed to find the counsellor was based on Fenian Street. The name alone was off-putting. She found it hard to say aloud. Divorced from any historical context, the word stung her mouth as being one of the worst slurs that had been hurled at her in her youth. Fenian, Tig, Papish. As a child, her mother had told her not to react if she was ever called any of them. Her watch said 5 to 6. Fenian Street was a 2-minute walk around the corner. She decided not to drink what remained in her glass, and she felt her legs wobble as she stood. The door was answered so promptly that she could still feel the vibrations of the brass knocker ringing through her bones as he greeted her. Older than she expected, he looked at her suspiciously, as though she might be collecting for the St. Vincent de Paul. His face was under attack from all sides by densely overgrown hair and an impenetrable beard. All she could see were eyes and a nose peeping out from the wilderness. A pair of reading glasses was pushed up into his black hair, startling in its contrast with a riotous silver beard, which made her think she needed to buy new scouring pads for the kitchen. Her stomach turned as she wondered if he ever combed that beard. Are you early? He looked at his wrist, on which there was no watch. I don't think so, said Teresa. Unless by a minute or two, she added, hoping she didn't sound discourteous. Come in anyway. His words sounded begrudging, but not unfriendly. My study doubles as a therapy room. Follow me through. He walked unevenly down the hall as though he'd a bad hip, shoes clicking on the parquet floor. The place smelt of fresh wood polish, and the panelled walls drank in what little light there was. He stopped briefly to knock upon the face of a barometer. Ah, he said, peering at it, then hobbled on before entering the last door but one. Teresa followed, standing in the carpet in the centre of the room, adrift like a maroon sailor on an enormous oriental carpet, while he took a seat at a desk in the corner. Bear with me, I'm in the flow, writing a book on Yeats. Not that one, the brother, Jack. If you wouldn't mind just sitting quietly for a minute or two, whilst I attend to this. His words trailed off, his free hand frozen in mid-air as he scribbled with a fountain pen. The door to the room had been left ajar. Teresa stared at it in a quandary as to whether or not she should shut it before sitting. She let it be. A loud ticking echoed in the hall, and from somewhere towards the back of the house, she heard a radio play the rhythmic pealing of the bells of the Angelus. Thanks.